Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
This is 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Renee Summerhour. We start off with your business news, sponsored by Bank of Nevada, Bank on Accountability. The development company behind a plan to build homes on Badlands golf course is ready to settle its legal dispute with the city of Las Vegas for $64 million. The proposed resolution is up for possible discussion at City Hall on Wednesday. If approved, the settlement will resolve 4 active lawsuits and release the city from liability. The settlement includes $49 million for a court-issued judgment, which accused the city of taking a 34-acre plot of land and the construction of drainage facilities at the property at the cost of around $15 million. Visit lvrj.com for more updates. Now for your top stories, brought to you by Nevada Hand's Silver Sky Assisted Living Community. Learn more at nevadahand.org. A U.S. House panel just released a year-long report examining abusive eviction actions by corporate landlords during the COVID-19 pandemic, including a Las Vegas-based company. Review Journal's Jen Ah has more.
Well, the investigation found executives at the Siegel Group directed employees to use aggressive practices, including deception and harassment, to evict tenants. The scathing report emphasized the Siegel Group's practices were uniquely egregious at the time when the company received millions in federal relief and moratoriums were in effect. The report states Siegel employees were also given a list of suggested harassment tactics to force tenants to leave.
In one example concerning a San Antonio resident, a Siegel executive suggested that employees have security knock on her door twice a night, replace her AC unit with a non-working unit, and if she had children, call Child Protective Services to come out.
In a statement, a Siegel attorney wrote company officials were surprised they were not called before the report's release and said, "The Siegel Group has at all times been committed to abiding by the letter and the spirit of the law applicable to our operations." The House panel launched its investigation in July of 2021, following reports that the Siegel Group and other landlords were moving to evict tenants at high rates, despite the CDC's moratorium and Congress allocating over $46 million in federal rental assistance. The panel's head, Representative James Clyburn, cited a Review Journal investigation as part of the congressional probe announcement.
Our investigation found that the Siegel Group was able to obtain hundreds of evictions in southern Nevada during the early pandemic, even when state and federal eviction moratoriums were in place.
The investigative findings have been referred to watchdog agencies, the Federal Trade Commission and the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, for further review into whether the Siegel Group's actions would be considered deceptive and unfair business practices.
As of mid-2021, more than 24 of the company's Siegel Suites and Siegel Select locations were located in the Las Vegas Valley, totaling about 4,000 rental units. Now for your weather report, brought to you by Star Nursery, your garden's partner for every bloomin' thing. PAHRUMP received heavy rain Sunday afternoon. Review Journal's James Schaefer has more on those details.
The fourth day of monsoonal storms pushed across the Las Vegas region Sunday afternoon, leaving some flooding in its wake. PAHRUMP received heavy rain along the southern edge of the Spring Mountains, resulting in the temporary closure of State Route 160 in both directions. Based on radar, PAHRUMP received the most intense storm cells, while nearly all other areas had light to moderate shower activity. This including the East Henderson and Silverado Ranch area, where light rain showers led to some ponding and difficult traffic as traffic lights were down. For the Las Vegas Review-Journal, I'm James Schaefer.
And today's forecast to start your work week is a 40% chance of rain starting around noon. Increased clouds throughout the day with a high of near 98 degrees. Tonight, more rain chances, lows around 83 degrees. For the rest of the week, the rain chances continue with the break on Wednesday. Temps will increase to the low 100s as the week goes on. Showers and thunderstorm chances starting again on Thursday. Evening lows in the low to mid 80s. In your health news, sponsored by Boulder City Hospital, we're here for you when you need us. When severe weather strikes, it's important to prepare with enough food and water to last through power outages.
1 gallon per person per day, and you want to plan for 3 days.
Food in cold storage can spoil at around 48 hours, so reach for canned goods like fish, beans, or nut butters.
Once the power goes out, 4 hours later, you don't want to eat anything that's in there that would go bad. So make sure that you throw those out. Don't try them, just throw them out.
In your lifestyle news, the Knighton family received furniture from a partnership between Hope Link of Southern Nevada and the Furniture Storage Liquidation Nation. The movers brought the new furniture into their downtown Las Vegas apartment Saturday morning. The family lost their last apartment during the pandemic and were homeless until October when Hope Link offered to cover their rent. They were one of 14 families who received 270 pieces of furniture.
Vegas Nation Sports brought to you by Station Casinos, STN Sports. Download the mobile app today. The Raiders are preparing to head to Canton this week. The team will leave on Tuesday. Ahead of the game, head coach Josh McDaniels spoke to whether or not any of the starters will see some time on the field.
This is not something where you just jump back on and, it's easy and it takes 5 minutes to get reacclimated to calling plays or getting in the huddle or playing third down defense or whatever against real time, real speed opponents. So, there's a lot to be gained for us. Like I said, each guy's going to get ready to play and we'll try to do it the right way based on what we feel like we need to get done each preseason game.
Sports sponsored by DNR House of Diamonds, making luxury affordable, located in downtown Summerlin. Summer vacation is finally over for the UNLV football team, and the team is back practicing, getting ready for their first game of the season on August 27th. One big takeaway from this weekend's practice was the intensity level of the players, particularly at the start of practice. On Sunday, head coach Marcus Arroyo revealed the one change that has given the players an extra jump.
We've actually moved a full team period up within the first 8 minutes. The philosophy there is similar to a game. You don't get a whole 20-minute, 30-minute warm-up and individual and group sessions to kind of work your way through to get to a team period. And so the beginning of practice and starting fast has been a big emphasis. And I think that our guys have done a good job answering the bell. They understand why we're doing it.
Sports betting sponsored by Las Vegas Paiute Travel Smoke and Cigar Shop. The Los Angeles Dodgers and the New York Yankees are tied at Station Casinos as the plus 325 favorites to win the World Series. The Houston Astros are next at plus 360, followed by the New York Mets at plus 550. The Atlanta Braves are plus 700. The San Diego Padres, Toronto Blue Jays, and Milwaukee Brewers are tied for the fifth choice at plus 1200. And the Minnesota Twins are next at plus 2000.
In your entertainment news, sponsored by Best Mattress, Best Service, Best Selection, Best Price Guaranteed. There has been a lot of buzz about new and upcoming bars and restaurants in Las Vegas, 7 of them to be exact. Can you imagine a bar housing a speakeasy? Well, Bally's is bringing the Cabaret of Curiosities and the Lock inside its lounge. It's a speakeasy displaying artifacts and souvenirs. Its entrance is disguised as a vault, and guests must solve a hidden puzzle to get inside. A $10 million steakhouse is also coming to Vegas. The Review Journal shares all the details at lvrj.com. Thank you for watching 7 at 7 a.m. I'm Renee Summerhour. If you have an Amazon Fire TV, search Review Journal to download our channel. Watch Las Vegas Breaking News streaming live on your OTT device. We'll see you back here later today for 7 at 7 p.m. from the Las Vegas Review Journal. Have a great day.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Adam Kuttner. Get the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. This 7 at 7 update, sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review Journal.